So Canelo Alvarez wins a 12-round unanimous decision over Austin Trout. Now, before I get into the breakdown of this fight, first I just got to say that this was a high quality fight. It was excellent, high quality boxing, and that both of these guys are top fighters in the sport today. Canelo is not a hype job at all. He's no hype job. He's the real deal. Austin Trout is also the real deal. So this was a great display of skill from both fighters, and they can both come away with a lot of positives from this fight. Right, now on to the actual fight itself. People are going to be arguing about the outcome of this fight for years and years to come. I've never seen the boxing public so divided over the outcome of a fight than I have with this fight. I mean, literally, people's scoring is completely on opposite sides of the spectrum. Now, in terms of the fighters themselves, it was very interesting to hear Austin Trout after the fight saying that he didn't complain about the decision. He said that Canelo was the better man, and that he lost the fight fair and square. He didn't seem to have any problem with the decision at all. Now, the thing is with this fight is that there was open scoring. I didn't actually hear the open scoring. Right? I had the volume very low, when I was watching it on my laptop, and I didn't have open score. I didn't hear the open scoring, so I was just scoring the fight independently, and I was posting my, round by round scores on Facebook. But when you have a situation like open scoring, a fighter can, go out there and think that he won a round. As soon as he gets back to his corner, the judges announce that he lost the round. Do you understand? So from a psychological standpoint, it can be quite confusing from a fighter, to a fighter as well. Hearing that, okay, wow, I thought I won that round, but I guess the judges, saw it different. Maybe I didn't do enough. You know what I mean? So Trout did not complain. He was very humble and very gracious in defeat, and he, didn't seem to have any problem with the scorecard. A lot of people thought that this was a robbery. All right, there's a huge section of the boxing public that thought this was a robbery. They thought Trout won big time. There's a lot of other people that thought this fight was very close and could have gone either way. And there's a lot of people, obviously Canelo fans, who thought Canelo won this fight hands down, no problem. And that any idea that Trout won the fight was ridiculous. Right? And I've definitely heard from those fans as well. Me personally, I thought that Trout won the fight. Right, I scored the fight for Trout. I had no bias in this fight. Like I posted on Facebook before the fight, I don't care who wins the fight. I just wanted to see a good fight. But the way I scored it, I had Trout winning by quite a decent margin. I felt that he outworked Canelo in most of the rounds. I thought Canelo all the way through the fight was landing the harder shots. But early in the fight, I had Trout pulling ahead. After 5 rounds, I think I had Trout 5 rounds to 1 up. Canelo was landing hard shots on Trout's chest. The shots were not getting through to Trout's face. You go and rewatch the fight for yourself, but Canelo was landing that hard right hand on Trout's chest. It wasn't landing on Trout's face. If it had been landing on Trout's face, Trout would have got knocked out. All right, because we all saw what happened when Canelo finally landed a shot on Trout's face, a right hand, in the 7th round. Trout went down. All right, Canelo's got tremendous power in both hands, and when he did finally connect with a clean right hand, Trout was seriously hurt. So Canelo was not landing clean headshots, and Trout was pretty much outworking Canelo. I thought most of the way through the fight. There was rounds here and there which I did give to Canelo where he was more active, and he was landing the cleaner, harder shots throughout the fight. But in some of the rounds, Canelo was so inactive. In a lot of the rounds, Canelo was so inactive, and he only just landed 1 or 2 clean shots for the entire round. Whereas Trout was sticking the jab on him, landing a little left hands here and there, uppercuts and stuff like that. See, the thing is, Trout wasn't landing anything devastating. He was just touching up Canelo with little shots, pity-patty shots, right? You could say they were pity-patty shots, but they were still scoring shots, and Canelo wasn't throwing anything back. So when Trout is doing that, when he's pity-pattering Canelo, for the entire round, and Canelo don't throw nothing back, what are you going to do? Give the round to Canelo? Because Trout wasn't throwing hard enough punches? I mean, that's ridiculous, all right? You can't give a guy a round when he's being outworked as much as Canelo was. This is how I see it. You can't give a guy a round right, just for 1 or 2 clean shots, and then he's being outlanded 4-1 in the round. You can't do that. That's not that's not how you score a boxing match. You understand what I'm saying? But that's just how I saw it. Other people liked Canelo's cleaner work, you know, his composure and all them kind of things there, and the fact that he was the only one who was able to hurt his opponent. You know, Trout was never able to hurt Canelo at any point in the fight. But like I said, I do feel that he outworked Canelo. Now, these fights can definitely look different the second time you watch them. Like I said, I was watching on a free stream. Yeah, I was watching on a laptop screen. Do you understand? So maybe some of the shots which I thought landed didn't. Maybe some of the shots which I thought didn't land did. So, you know, it's one of them type of things. I'll have to watch the fight again on the big screen and I'll score it again. But watching it the first time around, I thought that Trout won it by a comfortable margin. All right, I thought he won it by a comfortable margin. But like I say, neither fighter has got anything to be ashamed of. They both fought a great fight. This was a high-level boxing match. There was a lot of skill involved in there. Both guys showed great defense, combination punching ability, counter punching ability. It was a great fight between two very good young fighters. You understand? And they both come again. And I'd like to see either of these guys in there with Mayweather. You know what I mean? I'd like to see either of them fight Mayweather. But like I said, man, a hell of a lot of controversy around this fight. I'm sure there's going to be arguments raging in the comment section of this fight. I'm sure people are going to be rinsing the thumbs up and rinsing the thumbs down, depending on how you scored the fight. But hey, end of the day, it's just a boxing match. That's just how I saw it. I'm sure there's going to be all types of different you know, interpretations of how they scored this fight. But like I said, I would like to see the fight again on a big screen and score it again. But you know, like I say, I had the fight for Trout, but interestingly enough, Trout didn't complain about the decision after 12 rounds of open scoring. But yeah, leave your comments in the comment section below, as I'm sure you will. Hit me up. This is Hatman. I'm out.